Ashley Collins, aka the Aunt of Dragons, and today I have a super exciting guest with you today. I can't even stop fidgeting right now. And tell us who you are.
I am Whitney. My name is Whitney Deal. It's nice to meet all of you guys. I'm so excited to be here.
So tell us what you do, Whitney.
So I am an actress. I also work in sales. So
really?
Yeah, I'm a salesperson. Who would have known that was ever gonna like happen for me in my life, you know? Mm-hmm. But and I make cakes, you know, on the side a little bit now. But yeah,
I've been seeing that on your feed. You're like really good at it, but like you've always been really good at cooking, though.
Yeah, cooking, but you know, I think it's more like cake decorating. And I didn't know that I was going to learn that skill. I just so happened to move and get a job at Walmart, and they're like, "Hey, we're looking for a cake decorator." And me being obsessed with cupcake wars and cake wars, you know, I was like, I am up for this challenge. I'm an easy learner. I mean, I'm a quick learner. So I think I can do this. And within like a month and a half, here it is. I'm decorating cakes. We're just like, you know? And even though things didn't work out at Walmart, I started moving into sales. You know, I was able to buy all of the equipment that I had at Walmart. And so now, yeah, I make them from home, believe it or not. Like I make them from home. Yeah. So I have like 2 bins just full of like cake pans, tips, bags. I mean, you name it. You know, I just brought, while I was here, oh, let me show you. I'm sorry, I got it.
No, yeah.
So, yeah, while I was here, I found these like really cool cake colors. Oh, here's my camera. Like, look at that, like autumn, you know, and look at this one.
Wow.
Right? And then I've got this color too. Look at that. How pretty are those? And these like moles right here. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many sizes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 6 size? A hectagon? So I found. Thanks, math, that I never thought I would ever use it.
Honestly, right? So you're not in America right now?
No, I'm in London right now.
What is London like? That was a tongue twister.
London, okay, it's different. It's different parts to that question. Uh-huh. So, as far as like the weather and the atmosphere of London, I absolutely love it. I adore it. Seriously, I do. It's really pretty right now outside, even though it has like this weird kind of tint to it. It's still very, very beautiful. The city is gorgeous. I mean, I'm always inspired every time I feel like I take the train or anything anywhere. The atmosphere of London is very chill.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
People are a lot more relaxed here. I guess because they don't have as many pressures as we do in the States. You know, they have healthcare, the food is affordable, especially healthy food is affordable.
Wow.
Just easier to be able to live here and to maintain here. The government really looks out for them, or whatever their system is, the structure of their system is. So the people, you can see they're not as stressed as they are in America. And I really like that relaxed vibe. People are like really to themselves. They know where they're going and they just kind of stay in their own lane. A really interesting thing is this sense of freedom here to just really be yourself. So I saw this woman, right? And her outfit, you know, to me was just so weird. She had like this neon highlighter kind of shirt that was fuzzy, this like bottom with this odd pattern, these like moonlight kind of boots, this crazy. And I just feel like if she was in America, people would have stared at her. I mean, come on, like Americans are kind of ratchet. They would have even went to the, let me put this over. They probably would have even went to the extent of like taking pictures of her, making a meme with her. We do stuff like that. We do stupid shit like that. Right. And so, but when I was just watching her and watching everybody, no one cared. Nobody cared. No one looked twice at her. Nobody even thought about it. And it was just like, this is what you want to wear. This is who you are. And we're so busy focused on our own lives and busy minding our own business. We don't care what you got going on. Sure. And so I thought that was really, really interesting. And I like that here. Yeah, so I like London. I like it a lot. If I had like my ducks in a row, or if it wasn't so many logistics behind it, I would truly consider living here.
And I was going to ask you, so do you have a work visa?
No, because I'm just going to be here until January 8th. I'm coming back home. My passport was enough. I think you can stay here for like up to, I think, 6 months with just the passport. But after that, you have to like go back home. But I'm probably going to look into that visa. I think it'll be really interesting.
Wow. Oh my gosh. How cool. And then I have fun to visit in London.
I like it here. I like it here a lot. Really, I do.
So the reason, to cut to the chase scene, the reason why I asked you on here is because I want to start like a series of single people living alone, not surrounded by friends or family in a strange city or a strange country by themselves. And a little backstory for you guys, how Whitney and I know each other. We went to college together, Florida State. And Whitney was the one who taught me how to be independent, because I didn't even know how to do my own laundry. I didn't know how to really properly wash dishes. Oh my God, something. So I don't remember, but you came over to my place once and you were like, "How are you living?" And I'm like, so I would go over to Whitney's place and she'd always cook for me. And it wasn't even a question, like, actually, you're eating right now. She was the only one with a car, so she would like offer to take us places. Like, she was just like the model for how to be independent and on your own. But it hit me the other day, last week, when we talked, like, how did she do it at 18? So do you mind rewinding and telling us how at 18 or maybe even sooner, how you became independent?
I really owe it to my mother, truly. And rest her soul, I mean, so much of the person who you're looking at, still, I just owe it to her. She was a very, very independent woman. She would always tell me stories like when she left home at 18, she never went back. She taught me how to cook and how to wash and just like really, be independent and not have to rely on people. Not that you will never need people. That's what I'm learning. People need to know the difference. Like, you're going to need somebody at some point in your life. That's inevitable. But still, like, doing what you can on your own for yourself. And so I owe all of that to my mom and to my family and how they raised me and just my upbringing. So, and then honestly, I really do like to cook. Like, I truly love that. I mean, it's just like another outlet for creativity. It's just with the palate, mixing different flavors and things like that, getting this style and that style. So, cooking was enjoyable. It was like really enjoyable, but still my mom taught me how to do that. So, I owe all of that to her. Do you ever sometimes think to yourself, screw it gets too lonely, I'm just going to pack up and go back home? Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I told myself coming on to your video was that I was going to be completely transparent with everyone today. And so when I first got here, So how I got here, my boss helped me get here. I decided all the way in January that the thought came in like, hey, I think I want to live in another country for the last quarter of the year. Things happen. I let it go. But then it came back up again, around June. And I'm like, I think I'm going to really look into pursuing this thing. And as time went on, things really, truly happened for me. And, I ended up being connected through my boss to someone that she knew who lived here, but they were in Swindon. And so Swindon is 2.5 hours outside of London. So, sometimes you just got to get your foot in the door and figure things out, as things go along. And so when I first got here, I was in Sweden, and who I was staying with, she appeared to just be so nice, so sweet, so caring. But it turned out that she was a little insane, and I didn't know. Mental, like she really truly was mental. And so Alexander Hamilton, I'm waiting in the wings for you. Waiting in the wings for you. Never back down, you never learn to take your time. Alexander Hamilton, America sings for you. Will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? She was, and so she would accuse me of doing things that I wasn't really doing. She was just somewhat delusional. And so I want to say we had a falling out, but it really truly was her falling out, which is really weird. I didn't say anything. I just let things be. But I ended up becoming so stressed because now here it is. I'm in another continent, and now I'm having issues with someone who I'm staying with who understands the power that she has.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. I don't know anybody. So luckily, my class, my main method class, what I came here for with Sam Rumbelow, amazing teacher, amazing class. I cannot describe, how is my life going to go on without this man in this class? But anywho, and so that was starting November 4th. So I found arrangements I found a flatmate here in London who I was going to go and stay with anyway. This was the day before, and she just I think she just had this the last thing I would ever want to do is to believe that someone's jealous of you. I think that's a little prideful to think, who am I to be jealous of? Yeah. But she wasn't jealous of me. She was just jealous of the freedom that I had. She would always say, well, you don't have any kids. She had a son, and you can go and do whatever you want, and you can move, and you just have this freedom.
Yeah. Do you feel that because you're 30 now too, right?
Yeah,
do you feel that you get a lot of judgment from people when you tell them that you don't have kids?
I don't get judgment. I get more of a shock. People are
a lot of shock. A lot of shock. You're not married? No,
no kids? No, nothing. And it's no, no, I don't. And so after that shock, that element of surprise, after that, when people really think about it, because I'm proud of where I am in life, I don't let anyone tear me down for it. So when I say, no, I don't have kids, no, I'm not married, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just as free as a bird. I can do whatever I want, and I can go wherever I want and just live my life. And then they think back yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're really lucky, when people think about it. And so I'm not insecure about that. I'm very proud of that because my mom always raised me up to say, she always told me, Whitney, your youth is the one thing you can never get back. Do not be to get rid of your youth. And she instilled that. I cannot tell you how many times my mother instilled that into me. And so I never was in a rush. For my 18th birthday party, I love High School Musical. My mom threw me a High School Musical, a kiddie birthday party, on the year that, symbolizes independence as an adult. 18 year an official adult now. She threw me a kid's birthday party to show me that age is truly a state of mind. It's your spirit. You can be who your spirit is. And so get rid of that. I can't imagine myself having kids right now. I don't know what I would do. I don't know.
So let's talk about acting, because you've done a lot the past decade.
Yeah.
Probably too much you can't even put all on your resume right now. Tell us a horror story and then a great story.
Okay. A horror story. Okay. I have one, which was a really good lesson. I feel like I have a couple, but this one comes into mind. So I was doing a show at the Broward Center Performing Arts. That's where like our Broadway comes down in Fort Lauderdale and stuff like that. And so here it is. I'm working with, I don't know if you heard the company Cirque Dreams, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got cast by them. I was doing a production celebrating Broward County being 100 years. So here it is. I'm working with this like Broadway director, this great man. And so the time of the show, for one of my scenes, my mic was off, you know? And and I'm just like, this is the Broward Center of Performing Arts. How is my mic off? Like, how can something like this happen, you know, in a place like this? And so I got through my scene or whatever. I can't project into that large audience, you know. I think see like 3,700 people. There's no way, you know, my voice can get past that first row. But, you know, I did what I could. And so afterwards, it was a small little scene. I went on stage and like, I was so angry. I think like I kicked something, I snatched my mic off, and I'm just like, you know, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was so mad because here it is, like the biggest show that I've ever done in my life, and my mic wasn't working.
Yeah.
And so I just had this meltdown where it's like, I remember Nora, amazing lady, she was with costumes, and another stage manager was back then. They were just like, calm down. And I was like, no, like this is unacceptable. And like now I'm starting to cry and stuff like that. And it was this lady, her name was Suzette, and she was this author and this poet, amazing woman. So after I calmed down, she met me back in the dressing rooms, and she said, Whitney, can I talk to you? I said, yes. She was like, you have every reason to be upset about what happened. She said, but don't ever, ever let someone see you break down like that. She was just like, your character is going to go beyond this show. Your character speaks for the people who you're working with. You know, these are the people that's going to recast you and give you another opportunity. And she said, never break character in that sort of way. Never let someone see you have such a moment. She said, if you have to go to the bathroom and cry, she says, you go in the bathroom away from people and you have your moment. But she said, don't ever do that. You're sabotaging yourself and your future network with these people. And so I learned a very valuable lesson that day. You know, and I had to go back and apologize, you know, the way I act, and just really truly come to them as humble as I can. And, you know, they actually cast me again for another show, which was really cool. But to think, like, if I didn't instantly go back and fix that mistake, like, the word would have got out to the AD and the director, and they would have been like, wow, we thought Whitney was this way, and she has this whole moment. Like, we can't really trust her. So that's some great advice that I would give to anybody. Like, if you have a moment, always do it. Do it in privacy, you know, but don't jeopardize your character.
I have another question. Sorry, I know that I asked you another question, but like I want to dig deeper into this because you don't have an agent.
Yeah, I do, but I don't. I do, but at that time I didn't. I don't really think my agent likes me, but you know that's. You feel
that you get more work on your own?
I think that how can I answer this question? You never stop working for yourself. You know, you're going to always be your agent. And so what my agent has done for me in Atlanta was get me work on platforms that I couldn't get for myself. You know? But it was still my job to like hunt for work. Like I never would ever in my life put my career in her hands, you know, and I would never suggest somebody to just, I got an agent now, great. She can just do everything for me. Absolutely not. you know? So in Atlanta, my work, it was really truly like, because I mean, she got me auditions and it was up for me to book it. But the work that I got, you know, I got it on my own kind of. And she's got me some higher work, which was really nice. But yeah, I definitely would say it's probably 90-10. Like getting my own work and hustling, and like 10% her getting some things for me. Yeah.
Because I just have this I don't know, this mindset, this commentary. Do you know? No, you don't know him. I was talking to a friend maybe last year, and he was like, how come you don't do acting anymore? And I was like, honestly, like, I'm frustrated with the process of other people thinking like it's their show. I hate going to auditions, and I refuse.
Yeah.
I hate playing the Monopoly game. And I also think that right now in this time, it's so easy to get discovered. It's so easy to like to do work on your own. Like, why do we really need an agent? But like, you already answered that question. Like, it puts your foot in the door. But like, it was me the whole time that they want, you know? So like, why can't I just bypass that and you just book me?
You can now, but you can now. Thanks to Actors Access, you know, you don't need an agent. The only thing now, in my opinion, is casting directors know certain agents will book certain people, so they can rely on professionalism. But the same thing that my agent submits me for, you can submit yourself for on Actors Access. So people are booking roles now, and they don't have agents. Like, I have friends that are like on these TV shows like Black Lightning, The Oval, all of these sisters, and they don't have an agent. They went through Actors Access, and they were just good for the role. So I definitely think it's possible to not have one.
So say that plug again. Actors Access for people who...
Yes, it is Actors Access. You have to, and it's free to create a profile. It's free. You know, it's free. You just have to pay. You just pay like 99 cents for your submissions, or what you can do is pay for a show fax, and that's $67 for the whole entire year. Unlimited submissions, unlimited sides. Like, there's no excuse anymore. Like, there's no Raven, Tyler Perry's casting director. She posts all of her auditions on Actors Access. They're all there. Yeah, all of them.
Did you see his studio before you left?
Huh?
Did you see his studio before you left?
Yeah, not the new. I went to a part. I know they built more on it, but I was at the BET Awards. So that was at Super. I did. I was just in the audience, but it was really cool to go.
Yeah. I remember the very first BET Awards watching on TV, and I was like, "We made it!"
The BET, it was some award show, but it was pretty cool. It was definitely pretty cool to go there, or like gospel something. But I went to a studio. It's a cool studio in my opinion. It's a studio, It's a studio. But Ashley, I want to elaborate on something that you said. Me and my have been talking a lot about agents, and we both share that similar thought. And no disrespect to my agent, if you are watching this, I love you, even though I don't think you like me, but whatever. We're just talking about how the way that this industry is set up, like, and this was another reason why I came here to England. Like, it's just so much pressure. And it takes away the enjoyment of why you started acting in the first place.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like I said, I was going to be transparent. Like, the American dream was becoming too much pressure for me.
Yeah.
It was too much. Like, every time I log on Facebook, I say, "Oh, I'm booked. Whether it was like, people would make things bigger than it is. You would think they just got the an Oscar award-winning performance. You know, they're booked on something like a short film, but they're like amping themselves up to just add to this pressure in this game that I have to be winning. In order for me to be successful, I have to be winning. I have to be working. And it's just like that kind of pressure will take away your passion. You get what I'm saying? Pressure and passion is like oil and water. It just doesn't mix. And so I had to get away from that. I had to get out of there because acting started to become a booking duty. You know what I'm saying? I was acting because I love to do it. I was acting because people asked me, what have you done? You know, have you done anything that I've seen you on? You know, oh, I'm an actor. Really? What's your resume? You know, okay, I'm an actor. Oh, really? And it's just like, the world doesn't understand the true heart of an artist, in my opinion. And so it's like, we do this because this is what we were born to do. We were created to do this. We thrive off of acting. Like, I remember in the Black Actors Guild when we would do those exercises. I just told one of my scene partners about this exercise, how we had to stand on the back of the wall and one person would walk away and we would have to say something to get them to stay. You know? You remember that? Like, we couldn't go and grab them, but it was through our words. So we had to do something to make them stay. And I remember that time where I think it was, I don't remember who it was, but they said something just like, I'm sorry I killed the baby or whatever. And it was like, that was something that made you stop. And so it's like, I remember those days in the Annex where we were just acting because we loved to do it. Like, we were thriving on our impulses. We were spontaneous and we were just full of creativity because it wasn't about getting the job. It was about doing what we love. We would stay there till 4 a.m, spend the night there, not because we had to, it's because we love that shit so much. It fueled us, it drived us. That's all we can talk about. That's all we can do. And it's like, I want to personally go back to that time where everything was so simple.
So simple. Yeah.
It was just simple. And I'm finding that here. And it's funny, like, I did my scene for the first time for my teacher on Thursday. You know, that was the first time he saw me act. And, you know, he told me, he's just like, you're a really good actor. He was just like, but he mentioned, I feel that you're not your true, authentic self. You know, and he was just like, you don't need to act to get praise from me or from your audience. You don't need to act for me to say you did a good job or for me to notice something in you or, you know, for the success. He was just like, you act because you're a good actor and because you love to do it and you're surviving on your impulses and you're making choices in the scene. He was like, your issue is you're overthinking things. You're putting too much work in it. You're putting too much thought in it. And he said, you're not having fun. So we've been doing a lot of relaxation exercises, which has been pouring over into my life as well. Just the ability to just fucking relax, you know, because tension causes blockage and your instrument will never be fine-tuned and, you know, capable to fully be able to release the emotions that you have if there's tension in your body. And after just relaxing and going back and doing some sense memory and things like that, you know, and just having fun. I mean, the scene was like day and night. It was day and night. And I'm so happy that I'm experiencing that here because he also says it. He hates his agent. He thinks that his agent talked to him like a child, like, oh, we got to get you work. He was just like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, I am an actor. This is what I do. Respect me. Respect my craft. This isn't just I can get to make you famous. And he was like, that's the kind of attitude that agents have towards their people. Like, yeah. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm definitely taking that power back, you know, and put by placing it into others people's hand. This is what I love to do. I came here to strengthen my craft and to just find inspiration, because I got so caught up in getting booked that I lost my inspiration of why I was doing it. Like, I want to encourage people, if you're an actor, don't become a victim to that, because it's so easy. It creeps into your subconscious. You don't even notice that's what you're doing. And I just needed to just detox all of that out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I feel like I've jumped around, but hopefully I answered something.
No, you did. No, you answered all the questions. You answered all the questions. So we do have to wrap up, because I do have to go work for the man, unfortunately. Okay. So can you tell us where people can find you, follow you, stalk you?
Oh, sure. My Instagram is WhitneyDeal3 at gmail.com. No, my Instagram is WhitneyDeal3 at gmail.com. Oh my gosh. So my Instagram is WhitneyDeal3. And my Facebook is Whitney Deal, because apparently it's a 1 and a 2. But yes, before we go, I did want to, I know like we went on, but I did want to let everyone know I am here in my flat. I am actually in London. You know, my flatmate Nadina is absolutely amazing. And I am just learning so much about me. One thing about being outside your comfort zone is that is truly where growth happens. And I heard people say that, but I don't think, like, I've never experienced it like this, because when I'm stressed or something, like, I don't have the luxury of getting in my car and going for a late night drive or finding some sort of mask or some sort of rock to hide under. I'm here with myself, with no family, no friends. And it's like, now life is truly pulled out a mirror to where I have to be alone with me, and I'm growing, and I'm tapping into my true, authentic self, and I'm not suppressing issues that I had before. And so I'm just, I wouldn't trade this experience for anything in the world. And I definitely don't doubt that I'm going to come home just as fucking Whitney. I'm coming home as fucking Whitney. And I'm happy. I'm not coming home trying to be somebody else. I'm coming home as fucking authentic Whitney, feeling how she wants to feel, not feeling happy when she really doesn't want to be bothered. She's coming back authentic. And I encourage everyone to embark on whatever uncomfortable process that may be. It might not be moving to another country per se, but whatever it is to you, whatever that's uncomfortable that you don't want to enter into because you fear the unknown, dive into the unknown, because it's within the unknown that you're going to find you, where you're going to know you on a deeper level. And I think that is what growing is. That's what living is, you know, connecting and finding more of who we are as we get older, as we go along our path. So don't fear the unknown. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't hide behind the things that you're used to, and fucking grow and just find who you are. Because at the end of the day, when you don't have these comforts and different things, you're going to be in a room looking out of your window, and you're going to be sitting with yourself. And within that, you're going to cry. You have nothing to suppress. And after that purging process, you're going to wake up better. You're just going to wake up better. So go there. Go there with yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it.
I don't want to. You're making me want to not go into work today. Oh my gosh, I wish this was longer.
Yeah.
I think that you hit everything on the head. For those of you that have been following me, or your first time following me, since I started vlogging, I've been on my own, and people are always like, "Why don't you just go back home? Just go back home." And it's you don't get it. Like, this is like, I always compare it to the prodigal son, which was like, kind of, but not the negative aspect of the story, the positive aspect where it's like, I have to go and I have to mess up and I have to fall on my face in order to find out who I am. And it's like, don't be embarrassed. Don't shame me because you never experienced that because you quit early, you know? So, yeah. I'm so glad I was supposed to originally go Facebook Live, but I was like, no, I need to save this because I think something's gonna happen, and it happened a lot. So
yeah, I really do wish this was longer. I wish you didn't have to go to work. I do, but I understand the hustle. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. I get it, but I can't like. Gosh, and here it is. I'm going again. Okay, last thing. I cannot tell you how bittersweet London has been, how it has been such a beautiful nightmare. Like I'm breaking out of all of my habits, and I didn't expect. I knew I was going to grow here. That was the reason why I came here in search of something. And I've been reading The Alchemist so much. Like I went back to that book, and it's like he's searching on his treasure, and he didn't know that he was going to end up this way, and like the world was going to twist and turn the way it did. But I can't tell you how this process is. Like I'm literally on your live with no makeup on, not caring how anyone sees me, like just being who Whitney is. And it's like I'm finding so much liberation and so much freedom, and it's coming at a cost. Please believe me, it's a lot of pain. The more I've been taking this method acting class, the more I've been crying, and the more I've just been tapping into my subconscious. But it's like, it's just so much purging. And I didn't know that it was going to be through my art that I find my freedom.
Wow.
And and it's so many moments. Through my art that I'm finding my freedom. And it's so many people that's settling for these non-conventional ways, you know, out of fear, out of the system and all this stuff. Like, let that go. You get what I'm saying? Art is healing, it's therapy in itself. And so it's like, you're going to get booked. Like, I think Nicole came and said it. I know she's not the first to say it, but she said that, success happens when preparation meets opportunity. And there's so many people that's getting opportunities and they're not prepared. And so it's just like, let go of all of that opportunity, let go of that pressure, and go back to your roots, go back to the foundation and fix that. Because when you truly connect to yourself, you have to have believable art because you're being your authentic self. It's going to pour over into your work. It has no choice but to, you know, and I'm finding new levels in my acting that I've never even experienced before, but I'm finding new levels in myself that I haven't experienced anymore either. And it's like, I truly feel when you get to a certain level, you're going to be undeniable. The roles are going to come, and they're not going to just be one time. You're going to get on that level, and you're going to stay on that level because you worked on yourself to get there. So it's like, let go of the pressure and just dive into who is Whitney, who is Ashley, who am I? Yeah. You know, who am I trying to be? Who am I not? Like, who am I really? And I had to ask that question and sit with myself in that question, And I just can't tell you this process. I can't even I can't describe it to you. It's something that you just have to have the bravery to do. Like, get brave and do it. So yeah, I know you gotta go.
And I'm always late too, and I feel so bad. And I'm like, we do better, but I'm also kind of like, Okay. Thank you so much, Whitney. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. I hope that you learned something. Whether you're living on your own, know that you're not alone, and whether you're trying to be a booked actor or artist, musician, know that. Just stick with it, stay committed, and don't degrade yourself because you're trying to get booked. All right, cool. I do have to go. I do have to fly. Okay.